Okay. So here we will discuss about the how to pass the data from the parent to child. Okay. If you want to pass any data from the parent to child, we have to use a technique called properties, props. Okay. We will call it as a React props, and we will see what is a props and how we are going to do it. Let us go to our project and check it here. Suppose this is our project. Okay. So here we have a this employee page is there, and inside the employee page we have this list is there, suppose something like this. So here, and whatever the tag we are adding, let us have some employees page in our component project, and let us see what is parent to child relationship. So let's quickly create one folder, employee. Okay, so inside the employee, create one file, employee.js. Okay, so let's create one component, export default function. So my function name is employee. Okay, so let us have the props here. So here I have written a simple component employees. So this is one function, and suppose what I want to do, whenever we want to add something, suppose I want to add a person here, we are showing this form. So I want to add another component for this form, I will say employee form. So both I am going to add inside the employee only. Let us see here. So let us create another file here, employee form.js. So let us have a export default function employee form and return. Okay. Okay. So employee form, let us have close this one. Employee form here. Okay. Something. So here I'm just creating a employee and we are writing a props.name something. Let me remove everything and I will say employee form. So there are two components I have created. First one is employee and second one is a employee form. So let us just write a employee and employee form. So go here and check, is there any data we are going to get it here. Since if you want to show any output, we have to add to the app.js. So let us add the app.js. Let me go to app.js here and here. So what is the component we want to show it? Employee. So let me write employee. So I'm going to add only employee here, not the employee.js. So inside the employee, I'm going to add a employee form also, something like this. Okay. So first I have added this employee in the app.js and I am adding the employee form in the employees. So automatically we are going to get all the output. File, save all. Let us reload the page again. Okay. So here we are seeing a employee and second one is a employee form. Is both are available. For now, I'll just comment out this login so that we can concentrate about the code here. Okay. So here employee and employee form is there. So what is the parent and child relationship means? Let me go to employee.js here. So what is the tag, what is the component here? Employee. Inside the employee, what is the tag I am using it? Employee form. Okay. So if you are using any other tag in this component, so this component will be child for this component. Okay. Suppose this employee is there. I am using this employee in the app.js. Now app.js is a parent and this employee is a child, something like this. Okay. Now what we are going to do, let's go with example. So employee form is a child and employee is a parent. Now we want to send data from the parent to child. So this is how you are going to share some data between the parent component to child component. This is the first topic, and second topic, how we will get data from the child to parent also. So let us have some simple demo, and or we can go for the some simple example. Login also is there. Okay. So here let us create one simple button. Let username or employee name is there. Employee name is equal to something. Trinits is there. You can write any name, no problem. Okay. So here I want to pass this name to the child, and my child should print that name, whatever the name I want to print it here. That is our requirement. So where is the data available? Inside the parent. That data we want to show it in the child. That is our requirement. Okay. So let's do step by step. Whenever you want to pass any data from the parent to child, we have to use a concept called props. Okay. So these props are nothing but a argument to the React components. These are nothing but a arguments to the React components. We can pass this as a HTML attributes. What is this meaning is, I will show you the code. Okay. So if you go to the second component, this is a just a simple function, right? Function name. Every function can take any number of arguments, a comma b comma d, anything. Like suppose whenever we are writing our sum program, function sum program. So what usually we'll do, sum of a comma b, something like we'll write it. A is a one argument, b is also another argument. Like this in the React, there is a one argument called props. Okay, there is an argument called props. This is a simple argument to the function. Nothing, it is not great anything. So this props is nothing but a simple argument to the component. Okay, so inside this props, this is an object. If you have an object, if you want to print any data, how to print any data? Props dot inside the object, how we are going to get it? A dot property name. Props dot dot some other name, something like this. Okay, yeah. Think like this is a one object. Inside the object, we have a employee name is there. So if I want to print it here, how to print it here? I will say props dot. What is the property name I want to do it? Employee name, something like this, employee name. Okay, so file, save all. So here the props is nothing but a simple argument to the function. That's up. Okay, so automatically this function arguments will given by the React. You no need to do any special things. Automatically React will send these arguments to this component. Okay, so let us go here. And what is the output? So is there any output it is printing? No output, because you are using okay, but somebody need to send this parameter to you. Okay, you are waiting for a courier, but someone need to send it, then only you will get receive a letter, right? Something like this. In the parent, what we have to do, hey parent, please pass this name to my child, then only child will print the data. Okay, to pass this one, we know arguments are like attributes, right? What is attribute? Attribute is nothing but a key and a value pairs. So if you want to send any data to the child, you can simply write like a attribute. So first go to your child. What is the child name? What is the child name? He is trying to expect it a employee name. Copy this name, okay, and go here and write like this, okay, and is equal to, you can write a JSX expression. Okay. Here you can provide any name, no problem. For now, I am saying a test. Simply I am writing I am hard coding. This is fine for now. Let us save it and try to reload the page and check it. So what is the variable I am having it? Test is there. Correct, right? So if you go to employee, and you can write the any H1 tag. Okay. So let us see. So test is available. That is okay. So test is available or not? Suppose something we don't want to hard code here, and I want to use my variable. So what is a variable name? Top I am having it. Suppose I am having a name here. Okay, it's name here. Please understand here, whatever the attribute name you are giving, this is your child property name. Whatever you have declared or whatever you are using in the child, that name I should use it in the left side. Whatever the left side I'm using here, attribute name, that name I should use whatever child is using. Okay, and right side, whatever I'm giving this value, right? If I don't have any value, I can pass directly like a test, something like this. But if I have any variable name, what is the variable name available? Name. So copy it here. Don't write in a double quote or single quote. Just directly pass like this. So what is a variable name you are having it here? Trinits. So if you are going to save it, you are going to get a replacing the data. So Trinits automatically coming, right? Okay. So this is nothing but a sending your data from the parent to child. Let us pass one more parameter also. Suppose I want to pass the age also. Let us write it, or salary. Let salary is equal to 1000. Now I want to pass this argument also to the child. So I can copy here, and salary is equal to salary. Okay, what is this meaning? My child is going to expect a property called salary, and same property name is available in my parentals. That is possible, no problem. Whenever your left side and right side also can be same. So you need to think only this right side should be it should be available in the parent component, and this left side variable should be used by the child. Now I want to print this variable in the child. So how can I print it? I can print like a props dot salary, something like this. File, save all. Let's go and check it here. See, salary is coming automatic. Okay, so like this you can send any data, you can send it, not only variables. Suppose now I want to send the person object, not the simple property name or age, something like this. Now this time I want to send my model. Let us try to go with the model. Suppose in the example, if you see this example in the employees, so here I am having a employee name and he's like which team he belongs to, what is the office address, something like we have a large data is there. So let us create some similar object for here and try to send data. So for simple sake, I will say let emp is equal to open bracket and close bracket, employee name is a Trinits, and his office address is some belongs to something like this. And you can add all the remaining properties also. But earlier, what is the property you are sending? Only name and age. But now I want to send my model. You can write any name, no problem. Okay. Here, what I'm going to do, I am going to write like a model. You can write like a employee, like any name you can keep it. Okay. Model is equal to. So what is my model name here? EMP. Okay. So I will copy here and I'm going to do. So if I want to use this in my child, so what is the name I should use in my child here? I should use in my child here, something like this. So I'll say, if I want to print that model, how to print it? JSON data stringify of what is the property name? Props dot model. Okay, props dot model. Why I am writing prop like this is the variable they are passing here. What is the left side name? Model. That is the reason I should use only model. And why I am writing this JSON dot stringify? If you are printing any direct object, JSX will throw an error or not. Yesterday we have seen that error or not. Yes, we are going to get a error. So that is the reason for a demo. If you want to print it, you have to write like a stringify, or you have to go for like a toString, or you can print individual properties also. See, name is a Trinits, something like this. You can pass any data. Suppose you want to pass an array, you pass it. You want to pass a string, you pass it. You want to pass a data, you can pass it. Any data you can pass from parent to child. Okay, this point is clear, right? So like this, you can pass data from the parent to child. And there is a one restriction is there. Whenever you are passing your property from parent to child, they are read-only components. That means if parent is sending one data, child cannot change that data. Okay. Suppose if you are trying to change that, you are going to get an error. So what is the props dot employee name here? Here we are getting it. So I will say props dot employee name is equal to some Trinits one. If you are going to do like this, so what is the thing we are going to get it? What is a whiteboard? Whenever whiteboard is there, what is the problem? Definitely there is a problem in our code or not. You can go and inspect the code. So the point here is whenever the props you cannot change in the child level, only the parent can change the props value. By default, why they have given is, suppose my parent is there, I am passing some data to child. If child is changing the data without knowing the parent, then there is a problem or not. If I am giving my account to my kid and if I don't get any SMS or nothing, he can withdraw whatever he want. Then there is a problem or not. So that is the reason they are not allowed. Only seeing only, they cannot do anything. Okay, they can display it and that's all. Okay, so that is an example. So now to fix this, what is we can do it? Don't assign anything inside the child. If you want to change it, go and do inside the parent. Parent have a all capability, not the child. Okay, like this you can pass the data from parent to child. So this is the first one. Okay, and the important point here is, okay, we can pass any data. And suppose now I want to show here. So suppose if I want to print employee name, what I am writing here? Props data employee name. I want to print salary. How again I am writing again props data salary. How I am doing multiple times, right? Props dot to avoid this problem. This is also okay, perfectly okay, no problem at all. But we can simplify this using the destructuring. Correct, right? We know from object, if you want to get any property, we can go for a concept called destructuring, right? This is array destructuring or object destructuring? Object destructuring. So let us have one, create one variable constant. Okay. So I'm going to do like this. Okay. is equal to props. Okay, so first which property I want to extract it, employee name, same name, right? I am going to do like this, okay, comma, and second property, what is the name I want to extract it, salary, okay, and third property, what is the property, model, okay, something like this. Now you can use this property wherever you want, how many times you want to do it, you can use it. So something like this. So this is nothing but a destructuring. And what is the third property, model, okay, file, save all, okay. So let us reload the page. You can see there is still we are seeing the data, right? A name is Trinits or something like that. Okay. So this destructuring nowadays, if you go to any company, any project, they are using destructuring like anything. They are not using props data, name, age, something. So whatever the properties they are using it, they are first creating in the destructuring way. Sometimes what they are trying to do, no, they are going one step ahead. Instead of creating in the bottom, they are doing in the here itself. Both are same. Okay, instead of creating constant again one more line, they are doing this line, okay, open bracket and close bracket, employee name, salary, comma, model. So what it is, this is also destructuring only. From props automatically it will destructure values into these properties, and we are using these properties in the bottom. Okay, so this is an example for the from how to pass data from the parent to child. So now tell me, what is the props? Props are nothing but a simple method arguments to send data from the parent to child. You can pass any number of arguments, no problem at all. How can you pass a data? So you have to write like this: employee form, employee name is equal to something like this, and salary is equal to something like this. So but if you are go to any project, if there is a code like this, how can you identify which is the pro child name? Whatever the your attribute name, that is nothing but your child property. Whatever right side you are giving it, this is nothing but your parent property name. Okay, so in one of the interview, we are saying like a parent child view is a props. He said only one sentence. You don't say single word, you write the code. Whatever you want to try, you write the sentence. You give example with the example only, you write it in the notepad, something like they are asking. Okay, this is an easy only. You can write one component and you take another component and send the data, and you can give it the appropriate examples with your projects. Okay, yes.